Hey, this is the coding teacher, and I'm here to continue teaching about code. This is the 5-minute LeetCode series, where I explain a LeetCode in 5 minutes, and then take however long it takes in order to solve it. Today I'm tackling this problem right here, combination sum 2, and this problem is another array problem. They're basically asking you to, given an array of numbers and a target sum, like 8, for example, give all possible summations of that can of numbers within the array that can add up to that thing. Okay, and here's how we're gonna do it. So let's start by with the example that they're starting with, and I'm just gonna try to write it sorted. So it's 1 1 2 5 6 7 10. 1 1 2 5 6 7 10. And that's a first step, right? So step one is sort. And the reason why you want to sort it, because that makes it way easier to, so first of all, like the outputs are all sorted, right? So you know that in this one, for example, 116, you could tell that it would be 161 if they hadn't pre-sorted. So you can tell from the example itself that it's gonna be sorted, and sorting beforehand makes it way easier to detect the duplicates, because otherwise you would have 116 and 161, and then you might be able to come up with that, and that's not supposed to count as a solution, as two separate solutions. So step one is sort. Now we have this, right? So now step two is we're gonna create this array of solutions, right? And we're gonna iterate through these numbers. So one, we're gonna check if the number is greater than our target. So in this case, our target is 8. If the number is greater than our target, we ignore and move on. If it's equal to our target, we add that as, like if we saw an 8, we would add that as a solution. And if it's less, we just create an entry for it at first. At first, we just create an entry for it, right? So now we move on to the next one. Same thing. If it's greater, we ignore it. If it's equal, we add it as a possible solution. Now in this case, it's less. So what do? I create an entry for it, okay? And also, I add it to the pre-existing entry that's right here, okay? So before I do that, I create a new entry just with a number. I'll take for each entry that's already in solution, I'll copy it to make sure that I preserve it. So I'll copy a second one of these, and then I'll add one there. Okay, so now I move on to the next one, right? So for 2, what do? Well, this one, I'll look at it and I'll go ahead and copy it, right? So that I have a new entry, 1, and then I add 2 to it, right? Or I can just very well add 2 to the copy as well. So I have my 1 1, and I keep that. I copy it and add a 2 right here. Then I move on to the next one. For this one, same thing. I'll go ahead and create a copy and add a 2 to it. For this one, same thing. Go ahead and create a copy and add a 2 to it. In this case, it looks really redundant, but this is the simplest, most straightforward way to solve the problem. So now I move on to 5. And for each one of the elements that I have here right now, so for each one of these, not the ones that I'm creating as I go, for each one of these, I'll go ahead and create a copy and add the 5 to the copy. Create a copy. So in this case, it's 1, 1, 5. And then right here, 1, 5. And I'm just going to omit this one for brevity. 1, 1, 2, 5. And 1, 2, 5. And another 1, 2, 5. And since these, so I just keep going like that, on, and then that's step 2, right here. And then for step 3, what I need to do is basically use either a set or a hash map. So with JavaScript, what I've been doing is stringifying the array into the key of the hash map in order to dedupe them, right? So last step 3 is drop all sequences less than target and dedupe. We're gonna dedupe with the hash map, and we're gonna compute the sum, drop, don't do anything with it. For each element, we're gonna compute the sum of the inner elements, and not gonna do anything with it if it's not equal to the target. And if it is, we're gonna add it to a hash map as we're gonna use it as the string. We're gonna stringify it and use it as a key to the hash map so that we dedupe the elements. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So we have const solution equals this, and const. So I'm gonna pre-sort. First step is pre-sorting. Sorted candidate equal copy of candidates, and then sorted candidates dot sort, and JavaScript. You need JavaScript sorts numbers lexicographically for some reason, so you need an actual comparator right here. The way this works is you have to come up with a function that you're comparing these two numbers. If the first one should go first, your function should return negative. If the second one should go first, your function should return positive. If it doesn't matter, it should return 0. So in this case, let's say that we have 3 and 4. 3 should go before 4, so 3 minus 4 is negative. So this is where we need to be. So now let's go ahead and say sorted candidates dot for each num, and then in here we're gonna say if num is greater than target, then we ignore it, return. I can return because I'm in a for each. If num is equal to target, actually I don't even need this because I'm gonna do this anyway. So solution dot push num. I'm gonna do that anyway. So I don't need to check if it's equal. So in between here, between what I need to do now is for each solution dot for each digit series. Then I'm gonna say solution dot push digit series comma num. Okay, and let's see. I don't actually want to do that directly, so I only want to do that if it's not going to take me above the total. Okay, so const sum of digit series equal digit series dot reduce accumulator current, accumulator plus current, starting at 0. That's one way to sum up on the contents of an array. I know that like by heart, you should too. So if sum of digit series is less than or equal to target, then I'm gonna go ahead and push that. And I think that should be good now. No, so yeah, that should be good for the first part, right? Now for the second part, so const actual or deduped solutions is a hash map, right? And then solution for each, and these names are horrible. I shouldn't have called this solution. Like solution with duplicates would be a good one. And actually, it's gonna have a lot in common with this. So I'm gonna copy that and paste here, and this line goes away. So I need to get the sum, right? So if sum of digit series is equal to target, then deduped solutions of JSON.stringify digit series is equal to true. And then right here, return object.keys. So this is basically computing the sum of the digit series, and if it is equal to the target, I stringify it and add it as a key to dedupe solutions, so that I can just do object.keys dedupe solutions.map json.stringify, and again, I could always do this with a set as well, and that would probably be nicer in most languages, but in JavaScript this is fine. Let's try to go ahead and run this code. We got a problem here. Digit series, what's the problem? Got this guy capitalized. What's the problem now? Oh. I should be parsing it, not restringifying it. Okay, so let's go ahead and submit. Okay, there we go. Another very inefficient but clear and easy to understand solution that would get you the offer, as long as you're not a total a-hole and completely unlikable. You just gotta solve the problem, solve it relatively easy, be likable, and you're good to go. All right, that's it for today. I hope that was informative, and I'll see you guys next time.